Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Rayo Moon Oracle. I'm Rayo. Today we are using the Soul's Journey lesson cards for a daily energy reading. So let's see what we got. That is the energy. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. I want to get some happy cards from this deck eventually, but this is failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So I feel like I've talked about this card before. We definitely have to look at things from a growth mindset, right? Every failure is an opportunity. It is something to learn from. It is something to grow from. It is something, more information that you didn't have before that you do have now, right? So with this process, the idea of failure only makes things feel bad, or it's only like bad in your head if you don't actually take the opportunity to like build from it, right? So if you just let it be a failure and don't do anything and you just stop trying after that point, then yeah, it stays that way. It doesn't help anything, versus using failure and moving forward with it and taking the progress, building progress from it, right? Going over and over and over again, and it's like, okay, can't do it that way, okay, let's try this. Okay, we can't do it that way, let's try it this way. And then you eventually keep finding the path as you're going, right? Eventually, as you just keep trying things, doing things, eventually you'll find a way that you're like, okay, that makes sense, let's go this way. And then all of a sudden things like pieces just start falling into place, like bam, 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 right? But you have to go through all those points where you're like, okay, hit this way, hit this wall and stuff, and eventually you're like, okay, let's figure this out, let's try something different, let's try something new. And you make suddenly like leaps and bounds of progress, right? So failure is just part of the process. It's very, very important part of the process. So it's really important to have a growth mindset in this case. There's a book I read a long time ago that talked about fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And it was very, I think, formative to me and very important to be like, okay, hey, let's think about failure this way. Let's think about progress in this regard, right? And if we teach kids from a young age a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, it helps them so much throughout their entire life, right? It becomes something deeply ingrained in them. So I can't remember the book that was. I think it's, if you look that up, just like growth mindset versus fixed mindset, I'm sure you'll find it, and use that information to keep working and progressing things. Okay, so if you just change your base core mindset of being like, oh, what can I learn from this? Then all of a sudden everything is easy, right? Everything's a learning opportunity. Everything is a chance to grow and to change and to progress. And that makes things much more easy in a lot of ways. It makes things much more fun too, because then it's like life is more of a game. It's more interesting. Or it's like, oh, well, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this instead, right? Think of like a video game character and trying to find like the secret ending, right? And you're just hitting the wall at different points. I'm thinking like Mario or something, where it's like, okay, try this bit of the wall, try this bit of the wall, let's look at this and stuff. And eventually you find that secret, right? So failure is just a way to progress. And that's the better way to think about this, okay? So take that energy for today and use it to your benefit. See you tomorrow. Bye.